Okay, so when you create a new R Markdown file, and okay, you can give a title. I mean, all of these are optional, by the way. And the metadata is put right at the top. Okay, the metadata is enclosed by 3 hyphens. Okay, and then you have a little options chunk. You'll need that. Okay, so we'll keep that. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. And all the rest you can delete. Okay? All right. So let's start from the top again. Okay, so that's your metadata. Remember, there are 3 components to an R Markdown file, an RMD file. The metadata, which goes at the top, and then you have the text, which is really description, whatever that you want to type in. It's not code. They are not, the lines that are entered as text will not be executed by R. The only thing that matters in the text portion is the formatting. Okay, how do you want to format? You want bold, you want italics, you want header, and things like that. So that's that. The third thing is your R code itself. Okay, so metadata, there is nothing a whole lot to say about it. Okay, so you can, you don't have to have all of it. You don't even have to have a metadata portion. And when it comes to text, okay, similar to Markdown and Python, for those of you who have had Python, okay, so here is where text formatting starts. Okay, and if you have the PDF file for the first chapter, okay, which I have in Canvas, you can see what exactly happens to the format that we provide for the text, right? So here you see we have headers. Okay, you have 4 types of headers. Okay, single pound sign, 2 pound signs, 3 and 4. So single pound sign will be something like that, really big. And then 2 pound signs, okay, here is what you see that has 2 pound signs. Okay, now 3 pound signs, okay, so that's there. And 4, we will see 4 soon enough. Okay, and then the star asterisk will produce a bulleted list, okay, which is sometimes useful for us to give a description of what we are doing. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and then if you have single asterisk mark, okay, so that will render as italic. Right, so let me increase the. Okay, now if you enclose the text with 2 asterisks, then you get bold. Okay, you have subscript by enclosing whatever that goes as subscript in tilde. So that's the one right to the left of the number key 1 at the top. Okay, and then for superscript you use the up arrow, which is Shift 6. Okay, so these are for inline formatting. Okay, so you can insert this anywhere in a text sentence. Okay, and header. All right, and then we have list. We've already seen the bulleted list. Okay, you can use an asterisk or a hyphen or a plus. Okay, so let's go ahead and type those. So So you can have like asterisk, okay, and then say you type anything, so that will get indented. Okay, so you can and so on. Okay. Now, in Python, you can immediately render it and see how it looks. In RStudio, unfortunately, you have to really perform the knit to be able to see these rendered properly. So when you do this, this is how these lines will get rendered. Okay. Now, so this is not rendered properly. I don't know why. So indent for nesting is, okay, you start with, say, first level, okay, and then you space over a couple of times, put a hyphen, then say second. I mean, you can type anything you want. I just want to type second level to show you how it gets indented. Okay. Third level, and so on. Okay. And I will knit in a few minutes and then show you how it looks. Okay. Now, ordered lists, okay, or just simply you start with numbers. Okay, so like 1, 2. You can even, if you don't want to keep track of the numbers, you can simply do this, and Markdown will automatically count the numbers and change it to 1, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, so maybe it's a good idea to take a look at how it looks. Okay, so to knit, at the end, we're going to look at knit more formally. So there are 3 ways to knit. We'll talk about that. Okay, so select knit to HTML. Okay, so what that will do is that it will execute the whole thing. It will save the file and execute the whole thing. Okay, so all right, so there it is. See here, even though I just did 1, 1, 1, it gets rendered as 1, 2, 3. You see that? And then we have block code. Suppose if you want to write something in blocked code, okay, so you can use the greater than sign. So that will get block quoted. So for example, if you do example of block quote, okay, and then you keep adding more lines with the greater than sign. So text within block quote, and you can have any number of lines you want. End of block quote example. All right. So if you do that, and then you knit that, okay, so this got really screwed up. I need to have a blank line before the start of. Okay, this is a bulleted list. I'm changing the format, so I need a blank line. And not working properly. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what. Okay. Well, I'll have to figure that out, let you know later. So we'll talk about that later. I don't know what happened here.